All right, guys. I really thought about the MPC ecosystem, and I'm like, should I sell this and get the MPC? This is the MPC One Plus, as you can see. Should I sell the MPC One Plus that I just bought? I mean, a few months ago, and buy the Live Three. One thing I didn't like about the Live Three was that it's too big, it's too wide. Let me get this out of the box here because I'm gonna pack it up. The man told me I can bring it, he will sell it. But now the price has also gone down. The price from Akai of this product has also been reduced because the new one is out. Let me put this phone to the side, drop it like that. Okay, let me just put it here. You know, so the thing that wants me why I want to sell this and get the Life 3. I'm not trying to hype any machine. As you know, I'm very rugged. I'm a very raw person. If you've seen some of my videos, it's not a big channel, but I'm really, really rugged. I'm into so many things. So when I make some videos about this, please don't get angry with me because I'm into so many things. The reason why I want to sell this and not because if you keep this, look, excuse me, if you keep your old MPC around, I'm not talking about the older MPC 60, the older classic MPC, the new wave of the MPC like the MPC X from that time on, Live 2. If you keep them with you, they'll become obsolete after a while because there's so much improvement that will look useless after a while because the new one has this special pad. Now the Live 3, all the main thing for the Live 3 for me is that I can plug in a studio microphone. I can plug in a condenser microphone directly, and it's got phantom power. These does not have the phantom power. Every time I want to use a studio microphone, I have to plug in any of my audio interface. So I have to plug the audio interface before I turn on the phantom power, before I can use a condenser microphone that needs 48 volts phantom power. So if I want to record out in the field, I cannot record because I have to have this with me. And okay, I can take both of them together, but and then for this classic one, these what's this thing? The Audient ID14. You need the power supply before it can give power to the phantom power. All right, the newer one can work. At first, they were saying no, we can't do it. We've got to have the power, but they saw other companies doing it, so they made the newer one that you can also plug directly, like from your computer, without actually plugging this to the power supply. But that's that. So anyway, but put this aside. Back to the MPC. Now with the MPC Live 3, I can just plug this directly into the MPC, of course, with the cables, and it's got phantom power. This is the MPC 1 Plus, and all the MPCs don't have that feature. Tell me if the MPC X and the XL has phantom power that you can plug in a condenser microphone. I don't think so, but this doesn't have. So for that, that's a very, very big reason. And because it's got batteries inside, so I can actually literally carry the MPC. I was singing somewhere the other day, and there was a nice reverb, and I was singing in a hall, and it was a lovely reverb. I'm like, I could sing here and take the reverb of that hall. But I'm like, with my laptop and all this sound card, you could literally take your MPC Live 3 there and just record directly because it's got internal batteries, and of course wear your headphones so that that's a very, 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 very great feature. I'm not trying to hype. I don't believe in hyping things unless they really. So I've not bought it yet, but and again, it's got more RAM. More powerful CPU. You can install a hard disk inside. Come on, man, you'd be crazy not to buy it because if I have this, and I can make everything with this too. But what's the point of keeping this? Since this MPC is on the same. Like if I had the MPC X, I wouldn't have bought this. If I have the MPC Live, I wouldn't buy another MPC because it's the same exact thing. But now with this new wave of the MPCs, they've entered a new stratosphere that has become like old. I wouldn't say the word. They've become like downgraded. I don't know what's the word again. Like they've left this behind. So if I'm still having this, just like I'm just keeping it for what? Whatever I do here, I can do it on the other one. So why have the two of them? I don't know how to explain it. For me, that's just me. I'm not gonna keep two of the same thing when one of them is better when I can sell this. If this one had built-in speakers and battery, I still wouldn't keep it because that one has 16 channel of audio. It's got more things. I wouldn't want to work here and be limited. Why? You know, because the limitation here is okay. I have many older uh, machines from Roland like this. They have a lot of limitations, but trust me, they are better than the MPCs. You think that they have tiny screens, but everything is so crystal clear. If I'm making a beat here, listen, please give me some time here, because I'm being real. If I'm making a beat in the let me sit down. If I'm making a beat on the MPC, right, and say I have a nice, I made a nice pattern. We call it sequence here in the MPC world. In my other machines, I could take that pattern and turn it to a song. And there are buttons. Okay, now MPC, the new MPC has this thing, this step sequencer. Those other machines, I can take my beat and I can just, for example, I can play it out. Maybe at first I can mute the bass drum. I'll play it live. I mute a couple of things, and then I save it to one of those buttons, one of those step sequencer, like 16. But so I can save one by muting what I don't want. So maybe I want to also maybe at the first time I mute the bass line, I mute it, doesn't play. So now I'll save it. Now I will now open the bass. I'll be changing different things. Maybe now I let the bass come back. I'll now save it to the second button. So now I can copy the same pattern to another pattern. Then I can change something in the second version of the pattern. Maybe at the end of the beat, make a small loop. I'll now take that second one. Oh my god! In about 5 minutes, I've got a crazy song, like wonderful, like unbelievable. But in the MPC, before this new one, it's so fucking hard. Like you have the idea in your head, but how to go about it is kind of complicated. The workflow of the MPC is horrible, horrible, complete rubbish. I'm sorry for saying that. You may not like me for saying that, but horrible. If you've used many of these things before, MPC is horrible. Now they try to make it like a DAW, which is fine. It's a little better, but that's why these are the reasons why I have to go for the newer one. So the workflow may have improved, but at least it's got the capabilities. That's what I'm saying. More RAM, more CPU power. I can record more audio. Disk streaming is there, just like they also brought disk streaming here. So I can plug in microphones. It's got speakers. It got built-in battery. So the workflow, yeah, I might have to just learn it. You see, sometimes, and let me talk about workflow. Workflow is not about just learning it. It's just about, I don't know how to explain this to you. I need to show it to you. But I saw in the videos about the MPC Live 3, I saw that kind of feature where you can take one pattern, one sequence, and you can mute some parts off and mute some. You can even be playing it live. You can mute off and on, and it can record all that, not as a scene, to record it into a pad. It's called pattern call in Roland. And I can, because I didn't want to say it in my older video. I didn't want Akai to learn that. I want them to just be stuck since they seem so dumb. Pattern call. So you press the play and one pattern will play before you go to the next one. You can now chain all the patterns into a song. You can make a song as complex as Thriller of MJ or Beat It. You can make a symphony. I don't mean like a hip hop that is just too straightforward. You can make complex arrangement like that. Just like in a DAW, whatever I can do in a DAW, I can do in those Roland stuff. Maybe even better, even though with a tiny screen. You don't even need to look at the screen for the matter. So I'm like, why this big old screen cannot so complicated? Like why? That's why I didn't really like this thing. The great thing about this MPC is that the sample base, they've got wonderful samples that that came with it, and many good things about it. And the reason why I bought this, let me tell you why I bought my MPC, because I was not a fan of MPC all this while, because there's something about we musicians, we don't like sampling, we don't like DJ stuff, we just want to do it live. I just don't know why. It's like I feel like I'm cheating if I take your sample. Why? I'm like, okay, I heard a nice guitar riff. I'm gonna play that same thing like that. Maybe you play the guitar riff with some pad. I can do that. If I can, I'm gonna find somebody to play it for me. Why should I use your sample in my song? Then after your song becomes a hit, lawyers are chasing after your ass. No, 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 no. Come on, no, no. Yeah, there are many great songs that use samples, but that's not me. I'm just sorry. I don't like that. I like to challenge myself. So I bought this thing for the fact that it can, and yeah, I bought my MPC, and I wanted to, and I bought it because it's small. I did when I saw the MPC Live 2, I'm like, this thing is too big. Come on, I was like, no, 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 no. But when I saw the MPC 1 Plus, I'm like, okay, I love the size. Wow, look, I love the size. This is good. I wish it had speakers and batteries, but okay, I can buy it as a MIDI. I saw people on YouTube say this can be their computer. It can replace their computer for MIDI, which means you can have a whole bunch of keyboards and drum machines, and this can be the MIDI brain. What's it called? Like what's it called? Doorless. It can be your doorless brain. I'm like, that's interesting because I got a lot of songs on many of my older gears. This can be my so like. Long story, you understand what I'm saying? That's why I got it. But when I saw the MIDI something, is very, very in the MPC. I don't know if they fixed it right now. In the MPC, if you're making a drum beat, let's say you have one pattern right now, do ka do ka do ka. Let's say you want to mute the hi-hats just to mute them. You cannot mute them. You have to mute the entire hi-hat for that pattern. You cannot be like, I want to mute these two alone. You have to mute everything. Is that a sequencer? That's rubbish. Complete rubbish. Let's say you have maybe you want to mute something like you cannot mute anyone. You have to actually delete them. And this is 2024, 2025, 2026. I'm like, that's like the people should be beating. They should be whooped like children if Akai did that. I was really, really annoyed. And you can see many of my videos, I'm really angry and I'm bashing them before they came out with MC Live 3, because I can't believe why you cannot mute. Like, are you all right? Like, are you crazy? I'm like, no, this is rubbish. And I really, really insulted them. And they came up with a Live 3. So I hope those things can be done now, you know. So anyway, I don't want to talk too long, not to keep you waiting. So it's a lovely machine of the sampling capabilities, and hopefully to get better. So if I buy the Live 3, at least it's kind of like future proof. I mean, maybe the sequencer will get better. Maybe one day, I don't know, but yeah, it is what it is. If I had like maybe 5 million euros, 20 million euros, I can go to China and make a groove box plus slash studio that will outsell the Akai. I promise you that. I was outsell it. But MPC Live 3 has become very powerful right now, so maybe I can't say that anymore. Before the MPC Live 3 came out, I could make something like, I'm not going to copy Akai, of course, but I will make something for musicians that people will not use laptop anymore. Laptop will come to an end because, anyway, let's not talk too much. But Live 3, MPC Live 3, maybe I can't say that no more because it's really close to replacing a laptop. Really close to replacing a laptop. So I can't complain. So not to keep you waiting too long, I'm going to sell this thing and I'm just going to get that Live 3. And God bless us all. Thank you. Peace.